Hi there, my name is Mike Stoll, and we're heading over to Corydon, Indiana today to visit the Deep Darkness Adventure Tour sponsored by Indiana Caverns. Now this cave is definitely wet, but the coolest part of it is the kayaking section, which you'll see later on in this video. So without further ado, let's get on with the show. Here comes Mr. Tooth. He welcomed us when we arrived at Indiana Caverns. He's leading our group to the put-in point for the cave. This is a wet cave and has a lot of mud. I would recommend wearing a hiking boot that has a good cleat, and you might want to consider wearing some neoprene socks, because the water in the cave that you'll be walking through is around 55-56 degrees.
What we're doing today, we're doing the Deep Darkness Wild Cave expedition. It's about a 4-hour tour. To get in and out of the cave, we're going to have to go down a 93-foot belay-assisted ladder. Okay, once you get down the ladder, we'll have to climb down a steep, slippery breakdown slope to get to the river at the bottom. We'll walk through the river a little ways, but once we get to the deeper parts of the river, we'll have to kayak down. Okay, we'll kayak down through the cave, make our way back through some little crawlways and back up the steep slope and back up the 93-foot ladder. So go back the way we came. For this kind of tour, it's important that you have the proper equipment. That includes proper clothing, at least 2 layers, long sleeves and long pants, sturdy boots, no sandals, anything like that. Everyone will need a light and a helmet. In order to go down the ladder and down the slope, we're going to be on rope to go down. So we're all going to have to be hooked into a harness, full body harness, just like this. That way we can easily hook up into the ropes as we go up and down the ladders. Along with the helmet and harnesses, knee pads, and gloves always come in handy when you're down in the cave too.
We good?
You look good.
I look good?
You look good.
Tell me how you feel, Mike.
1 foot, so far so good, right?
Woo!
There you go. You're good.
Okay. I know. See you later.
Hopefully.
Hi, Mom. Hi.
Oh, it is like,
Yeah, it's
pretty hot.
So to go down the slope, we'll be attached by our chest carabiner here into these ascenders. It's a grip ascender is all it is. You just unlock your carabiner, slip it on there, and the way the grip works, it's an ascender, so to descend down the hill, we'll have to work it a little bit, but this little black lever here, you just push that lever up, you can slide the grip down, and then lock that lever back down into place. Then you take a few steps down the mountain and you slide it down again, lock it back in place, take a few steps down, and you do that all the way down to the bottom of the rope. So the very bottom of the rope. And then on our way back up later, you'll just be able to push this up as you go. Okay? But it's so that if you were to slip, on the slippery rock and fall, it's gonna catch you if you fall. And the way you want to go down this I always go down the ledge on my knees. That's always the hardest part. Slide it down, lock it back down, and walk down the mountain. And the way your harness works, you wanna be sitting down into your harness with your knees bent, and you wanna be leaning back a little bit. That way your weight is distributed all throughout your harness and not just into your chest and not just in your butt like this. Okay? So you sit down and lean back so it's distributed all throughout. So with the kayaks, we'll start off going kind of slow. That way we'll be able to peer into the water for any cave fish and things like that. If we go too fast, it'll muddy up all the water. So we'll start off slow, look for the cave fish. The further down the passageway we go, we'll come to some spots where you'll have to actually lay down in your kayak and use your hand on the ceiling to move through. Okay? So there will be some low spots, so watch your head. we're getting ready to climb up into the hard hat passage. It's called the hard hat passage because this hard hat that got washed in, old hard hat that got washed into the cave and wedged into the rocks, and it's still stuck back there into the rocks, so it's not going anywhere. But we're gonna climb up through this little hole behind me, up through the breakdown. We're gonna come right up on top of this big breakdown mountain into the mini mountain.
It's kind of a tight hole, isn't it?
Yeah. It's tricky.
Kind of tricky, isn't it, Harry?
Yes. Working on it. Almost through. Just got to get my knees up. There we go.
You're almost there.
Oh, you're falling off the rock. Scoot to the right.
Okay. I'm out.
You made it.
She's doing it with a smile.
Yeah. It looks almost fossil-like, but.
Need to watch everybody.
Yeah. It's a tight pull.
Hold your pants.
I know. Don't look.
Good joy.
That's a nice helmet.
Was that an appropriate struggle? Oh, yeah.
You weren't running.
Yeah.
For the ropes.
There's a hole there. Are you going in there? I'm just gonna look at it.
How's that, Chris? Is
More
that
grunting. There you go. This would be a little easier without a harness on.
we've heard that before?
I got stuck with my harness.
The harness for sure. That water was running right there, but it's not. I thought for sure that water was running down the bottom of that hole, but it's not.
You can see where it comes down on the other side. Yep, this is main mountain room.
Let's go back.
Oh, that
Running. Ow.
Here's our group in the mini mountain room. It's pretty big, as you can tell by the video. There's also a nice formation over to the right here that's a great picture spot.
60 seconds.
60 seconds to climb 90 feet.
Pulling me down already.
Really?
Oh, sorry. Let me know if we pull too fast or something. I have no idea how to do this.
It's actually kind of neat.
And then,
Yeah, for the first 20 feet.
then he was gone.
Person on rope. Go.
Go.
Oh my God.
Really?
Oh, holy shit, you're pulling me.
Wait, so watch the back. Okay. You want me to do it, Tim?
Climbing.
Wow.
Slower, much slower, please.
That totally.
Oh my gosh,
You're in the
please
head.
don't- Okay. Wait, okay. Slower.
You sure you want me to do this one, Tim?
Yeah. You can take my,
Whoa.
mic up.
Slow. Slow. Slow.
Are they doing this just to make you hurry up?
I think so.
Slow.
Well, that wraps us up for the trip. If you're interested in caving, you can visit this website to find a local caving club near you. And if you're interested in this Deep Darkness Adventure Tour, please visit Indiana Caverns website.